Alright, just got done talking to the customer. When we first walked out here, I noticed leak stop right away, which is a huge red flag. Apparently a handyman was here a couple weeks ago, threw this in thinking that it would stop the leak. Didn't do a leak search or anything. Said that might have froze up because the filter was backwards. I disagree. Missing screws, that's cool. And the exhaust, which I'll show you guys in the basement, wasn't even glued. And it just popped right off as I was getting into the evaporator coil, so I'm gonna have to re-glue that. Alright, let's go turn it on. Holy crap, that sounds terrible. What in the world? The compressor is running. What? Fan's going in the right direction. Sounds terrible. Oh look, a start capacitor. That's a great sign. I love that. Wow. 5.0 on the dot. 34.4. That's good. So I verified that it's a piston in there. Still gonna check subcooling. 3-degree subcooling. Suction pressure is pretty low already. 53-degree superheat. Oh look, this cap is missing too. Wow. But yeah, the exhaust went right here. And here it is lying on the floor now, because this joint was not properly glued or sealed. So that's definitely a hazard. We're gonna re-glue that before we leave. But I'm just waiting for my leak detector to warm up and look for leaks in the evaporator coil. I didn't find anything on the evaporator coil. No luck down there. No luck at the braze joints down there. Filter, not sure if you guys can see, but the filter dryer is down there. That's fine. All the joints inside are fine. Braze joints out here are fine. Shader cores are fine. So I'm just checking the condenser coil. Man, I couldn't find the leak with soap either on any of the joints. I guess that explains why they put leak stop in it, because they couldn't find the leak either. I've been here for about a couple hours now trying to find it. And with a unit that's over 10 years old and it being New York, and the customer is starting to consider getting a replacement with how hefty the bill is now. As I offered, we can go back and put dye in it. We can do nitrogen leak search. It'd be a lot more extensive, but it's just so expensive. I love this DeWalt a lot better than the Milwaukee one, because I feel like the gasket is a lot thicker and seals a lot more, and you guys will get highest crap off of this. So this, I don't smell my glue or primer in the truck at all because of it. It's really nice. That's why I don't like cutting 2-inch with a saw. Just use those snips like I had in my bin. That way you get a much cleaner cut. Yeah, they definitely didn't use primer. I bet you they used glue, not primer. It's a bad look on their part. There we go, it's all done. Should be safer carbon monoxide wise. Yeah, I'm gonna recommend annual maintenance on this guy too, so we can double check everything to make sure it's not gonna leak carbon monoxide. Gotta talk to the customer. Sounds like the other guy added leak stop, but did not top it off with refrigerant. So that could also be part of the reason why I'm not finding the leak. So we agreed that we're gonna top it off, get him some replacement quotes, since this thing is just so messed up. We'll see how much time that'll buy him, since he doesn't want to spend any more money on the leak search. Ended up adding 1.4 pounds. Superheat is at 50 degrees. It's looking good according to that chart. The amp draws were complete crap in the fan motor too. So that fan motor is gonna die pretty soon. So we're gonna quote them on that too. Talk to the owner. He's likely gonna want the AC replaced, but he just wants to get it cooling for now. I don't know what else the handyman did, but it's likely contaminated, so that's going to be a risk too of trying to keep this thing going. condenser fan motor is not running, so the compressor is overheating and it does spin. Show you guys that. Hopefully this one is quick so I can get caught up on the schedule today. That last one with the lake search took a lot of time. Was very determined to find it, but no luck. 0. Compressor size good, but yeah, we'll just replace the whole cap. It's gonna be a 35 and 5. We have that. And look, it is up front. Sweet. Throw this bad boy in, get them cooling. Brown is fan, common is yellow. None of the wires are loose, everything's nice and tight. Boom. Sounds great. Sorry, the tenant was pretty chatty, so, and you know, I'm gonna give everyone my devout attention, but it's pretty straightforward. Amp draws were good. The temperature drop looked great too, about 22 degrees. It's all good there. Next one, we have a rooftop unit going commercial this time, finally. Switch it up a little bit, and all it says it's not cooling, so could be anything. We will head over there now. Actually, remember this one. I was here a couple years ago and I replaced the compressor. Now I went downstairs and the Honeywell is powered by the unit and it was blank. Apparently there's a technician last year for the exact same thing and found a couple of wires loose in here. It's kind of strange. Tightened them and it worked for a year, I guess. Let's figure out what's going on. Yep, disconnect is good. We got the 240. So we do have the green light on the control board. That's a good sign. Check our contactor. Got 245 there. The 0 volts for low voltage. So let's check our transformer. Got 27 volts, 240N. So transformer seems to be working. And where do our thermostat wires go? So here, check R to common, and 27 volts. So we got 27 volts there. So I kind of wonder if it's a bad thermostat. Let's go check our voltage downstairs. I just pulled the disconnect just because I forgot that I had the door off, so I didn't want anything to overheat, but I jumped it out at the thermostat down there and everything turned on, so it looks like it's just a dead thermostat. So we're gonna swap that out, get this thing back up and running. Oh, it's getting hot. Well, it's a bad thermostat. Bypassed everything was working. Gave them a price to replace the thermostat that I have on my truck, and they said no, that they're gonna do it themselves. So I was like, all right, fine. You know, good, more power to you. Just hope they don't screw it up. I gave them very clear instructions. Hopefully they follow it. What do you guys think? And then we got, yeah, see a couple more coming on the schedule. Our next one is quite a bit of a drive north in a small town. It just says AC is not working. Grandson will be there. Cool. Let's go meet the grandson. Got my rain jacket on. Luckily it's not downpouring here. As soon as I got here it kind of slowed down. There's a flash flood warning in this county. Well, and the county I live in too. Hopefully this can be simple. I hear the contactor being pulled in. Could be rodent damage, could be another capacitor. Let's see. Capacitor. Kind of hard to tell in camera, but it's all bubbled up. HVAC gods are good to us today, boys and gals. 40 and 5. I think I have another one. Go grab it. And we do got one. So just make that times 2. Cut this one. There we go. Stay on there as usual. Fire it up. Fire it up. Get around temperature drop. Yeah, fan motor's not going. It's probably overheated. Not gonna condemn it. We're gonna have to get some water and cool it down. I can actually feel the heat radiating from here. So it looks like there's a hose here. Let's just cool her down. I should get her back up and running. Had one like this yesterday morning, except the compressor is overheated. Gonna do the same thing with the compressor if it's not turning on. It's just on thermal lockout. It doesn't mean that the compressor is bad or the fan motor is bad. It's just overheated. Told you. It is a-okay. Just got a little toasty. I know that's gonna irritate some of you sales technicians. I'm watching you. That's gonna feel pretty good. That being 90 degrees outside and 85 degrees inside. Customer gave me a Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. It's nice and cold too, so this will be refreshing. I cannot escape these. Oh. Sounds like another bad capacitor. You guys heard that hum? It's trying to start. It's really overheated because she never turned it off. Fan is burning hot. And look at that. It's bubbled up. Man, you guys are still hanging on to this video. For every bubbled up capacitor that we find and you have to take a shot, I think you guys would be drunk by now. Well, it's another 40 and 5, which as you guys saw, I already used 2 of them today. We carry 2 of each capacitor. So luckily the shop is like 5 minutes away from here, so I'm just gonna stop at the shop and restock all my parts and capacitors. Because yeah, technically I can make one, but I mean it's a 7-year-old unit. It's just gonna look ugly, and the shop is only 5 minutes away, so I'm just gonna go and grab more dual capacitors. Got the new one in. Voila. Seven, 6.9, good. We have a commercial rooftop unit call again. It's a different place this time. It's a restaurant that closes at 2. It's about 10 a.m. right now. I'm only gonna do inside work because, oh, there's a lightning. There's been lightning all morning, and it's not gonna stop for at least a few more hours. And I don't care what you guys say, I am too young to die. I've had a lot of jobs seeing the aftermath of lightning strikes. It's very active in this area. I'm not taking the risk. I've been on this rooftop before. A lot of water pools up in there. It's really sketchy. I'm not gonna stand in water and find out. And it's also protected by OSHA guidelines too. So my boss has a problem with it. It'll be okay. By the time the storm is over, the restaurant is gonna be closed. So I don't see the point of this, but I'm still gonna make a presence, go inside. Maybe it'll be another thermostat, who knows? But still gonna keep you guys updated on my on-call. It's Sunday. I just dropped my dog off for her haircut appointment, so she's gonna look all cute later. See what happens. And so this is a newer RTU. The hold button doesn't even work on it. I just put in new batteries. Sounds like install was here a couple weeks ago, put in new batteries and got it to work. Not sure why they didn't just replace the thermostat, but I bypassed it and it had 65-degree air coming through the vents. Again, I'm not going to go on the rooftop because there's lightning, but I'm just waiting for that 5-minute delay to see if it starts cooling. I'll give them the option to leave it or replace it. So I got it running. He does not want the Honeywell T6 thermostat. He says he really likes the other style and he wants to keep that. I did find a supply house that had it, and we can get it by Wednesday. So thing installed this RTU couple, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they ran into the same similar issue of replacing the thermostat batteries and began to work. So customer kept on saying, oh, it's good, it's good. And I'm like, no, it's probably going to happen again. So we got to replace the thermostat. So hopefully it should last until Wednesday when we come back. The blower speed also seemed pretty low, but it could just be me. But when we come back and we can actually get on the roof, I'm gonna make sure that the blower speeds are set correctly, check refrigerant while we're there and everything like that, since there really was no documentation of it. Just make sure everything is good to go. Now it's finally time to go see Grandma. She loves donuts, especially the Long Johns. Got myself a Bismarck, so we're gonna have some good Sunday morning donuts and coffee, and then bring her the laundry. We just got another after hours call. Luckily it's in the afternoon, so the lightning has stopped. Still a little bit cloudy, but even the rain stopped, so it's nice and cool. I'm kind of surprised I got a call. It's really nice. So I have my windows open right now, but people like to burn money, so that's why we're in business, right? Heard it humming as I was walking up to it. Fan is red hot. Ugh. Even if some of you don't do HVAC, you guys are probably concerned on what this problem will be. And another bad capacitor. Bubbled up. You guessed it. And it's another 40 and 5. Good thing I got more yesterday. Got a cooler down. Fan motor and the compressor are running. Let's go get our temp drop, make sure everything is actually cooling. Alright guys, we made it to Monday and only had 3 calls Friday night, 5 calls Saturday, and 2 calls Sunday. So, pretty chill weekend, nothing too crazy. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me. Make sure to like and subscribe. I don't get paid or anything, but it just for sure is me that some people are watching these videos. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next call.